Hello and happy spring. Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Michelle Redman, your host for today. Owatonna Today Show can be seen multiple times Monday through Sunday on channel 181 on Charter. And the show can be found on the internet on YouTube channel Owatonna Today Show, Facebook, and thethirdhandvideo.com. Like us on Facebook and you will receive a direct link after each show to your Facebook page. And you can follow us on Twitter at Owatonna Today. Owatonna Today Show always welcomes your comments and also would like your ideas for upcoming shows. You can contact Owatonna Today via email at owatonnatoday@charter.com, or you can contact the show's producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. We have a great show for you today. Our guest in studio is Annette and India Frank, and Annette was the 2015 Woman of Achievement. And we also have the Sandhill Crane Migration show for you. Well, we're going to hear from a few of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Juvenile fire setters cause a lot of problems with young adults and children in our community. To help people and parents or anybody with their juvenile fire setter, we have a program down here that will help you get information to pass on to your juveniles and young adults about fire setting and the common problems with that and the dangers of juvenile fire setting program. This is a public service information from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Welcome back. We're here with Annette Frank, the 2015 Woman of Achievement Award winner, and her daughter, India, are here with us today. So, wow, that's a huge title, 2015 Woman of Achievement Award.
It is.
Tell me a little bit about what are you involved in that got you to that Woman of Achievement?
I'm involved in quite a few different programs throughout the community. My main nonprofits that I work with are United Way. I just served as their president of the United Way board, and so I completed my term with our celebration event that we had in January. And then I'm also on the Exchange Club Center for Family Unity board. Have worked with them for about 10 years now and oversee their supervised visitation programs. Work on the parish ed at my church and teach Sunday school, and involved in pretty much whatever anybody needs. They know they can ask me, and I'm an Exchange Club member, so we have our activities throughout the community as well that we do.
So you're very busy.
Yes.
And you have India here with you, who's a second grader, and I hear that there's many more children at home, brothers, that keep you busy.
Just a few. Yeah, she's the baby though.
Well, she's lucky enough to join us today.
Yes.
Do you want to say what school you go to, India?
Wilson Elementary School.
Well, thank you for joining us. Well, Annette, I hear you were with 4 other lovely women that were up for the award.
Yes.
Marianne Higgins, Bonnie Krieger, Ann Miller, and Kim Ramsey.
Yes.
So what a fun night to honor these 5 women. Can you tell us a little bit about the evening?
It was a phenomenal evening. The Business Women's Organization did a great job of honoring everybody that was there. To be able to stand with those 4 other women who are phenomenal and do great things within our community was just such an honor. To be able to recognize them for their efforts in the community as well. The event was very nice. It started with the social. And then, we came in and actually did the presentations and everything. But it really gave everybody an opportunity to just talk to each other and learn about what's going on in the community, and just to share our own experiences with each other. And Lois Nelson was honored that evening as the Pioneer Woman of the Year, which she is a phenomenal speaker. And so it was nice to hear what she had to say as well.
Yeah, Lois is a great woman. So was there a dinner involved? with
Appetizers.
appetizers?
Yep, appetizers and
Wonderful.
wine. Yep.
And then did each person get to talk, or do they talk about each person? How does the program go?
Yes, Katie talked about each of the nominees and why they were nominated, and it is a nomination from the community, and so that was nice to be able to hear because you don't know what everybody does, and so they were able to highlight some of the different things that each of the women do within their community, and then they honored them with a certificate.
So how does that happen? I mean, does the Owatonna businesswomen, do they seek out applications and nominations for 5 women? Or what is the process? Do you know the process?
I know the backside of the process.
Okay.
So my understanding is that they do solicit nominations from the community. The community will then send their nominations in. The committee chooses 5 nominees, and then from there we are asked to basically fill out an autobiography of our life and what we've done and our accomplishments, and then they have an interview process, and we're interviewed by women outside of the community so that there's no bias or anything in the interview process, and then it's announced that evening. And from my understanding, they don't necessarily know who is selected either until they take off the sticker from the plaque. So it was a big surprise for everybody.
So when did you hear that you were nominated?
I heard at the beginning part of February that I was nominated.
So it's a pretty quick process,
Yes.
the beginning part of February. Then you have to get interviewed and you have to do the
Yeah.
biography, as you
Exactly,
say.
yeah.
And then they go through all that. Wow. And then that was just beginning of March?
Yes, they're very efficient. I had an opportunity to actually go to one of their meetings, and it's a great organization. They do a lot of good in the community, so to be honored by a group like that is pretty significant.
Something else for you to be involved with in your long list of
I know,
things.
I'm like, oh, I want to be a part of this one too. So.
I know, it gets to the point where you have to pick and choose what to be
Exactly.
involved with. I know how that goes.
Exactly.
So where are you currently working?
I am, yes. I'm with Haibu, and we're a digital marketing company. So
Okay.
I build websites and do search engine marketing and all that fun digital stuff.
Wow. Do you do that out of your home, or do you have an office here?
I office out of my car. I am on the road. I work
I hope you're
southeast
not
of Minnesota.
doing the computer as you're on your.
Of course not, for all the police officers that are watching today. No, I do park and do my computer stuff that way. But yeah, Haibu is an international company, so we're all over the world. We're in every country.
Wow. Well, what else could you tell us a little bit about it? Where do you go from here after being the 2015 Woman of Achievement? What's the next step?
That's been the question. Part of me is like, well, what more can I do?
You're too young to hang up your hat. I mean, you got a
know.
lot more time. So what are the next steps that you want to?
Well, there's always so much that I want to do. Awards aside, because that's certainly not why I do it, and part of that's kind of taken me aback. I told them, when I went up front, that I'm usually the wizard behind the curtain. I like to do things behind the scenes to make things happen, but I have a number of projects that I'm working on right now that I'm hoping to be able to bring forward and actually continue to make change within the community, which is always my goal, is to just make it better than I left it.
Exactly. And so you're now done with your term at the United Way on
Yes.
the board there, and you're with the Exchange Club. What do you do with the Exchange Club?
I'm a member of the Owatonna Exchange Club and the Moonlighters Exchange Club, and so we have various events. I chair the child printing event, where we actually take ID kits for the children and send them home in case something was to ever happen to them. I do the Keep Warm and Read event, which is we collect coats and books and distribute them locally. We've done a number of Americanism projects. We hand out the flags at the fair. The Moonlighters is working on a Veterans Memorial. I mean, we're going to be honoring a police officer actually here this May, so we do that. Owatonna Exchange Club has always done the firefighters banquet, so we participate in that. And
So for the audience, if they don't know, what is the Exchange Club? Like, not exactly their mission statement, but whatever you could tell us about what is the Exchange Club?
The Exchange Club is an American service organization that has 4 pillars of service. They have Americanism, youth, child abuse prevention is our national project, and then community service. So all the projects that we do are for those 4 pillars. And so we get very involved. You'll see the blue ribbons coming up here in April. And that's going to be a project of the Owatonna Exchange Club, and that's for child abuse prevention. And the Exchange Club support the CAP centers, or the Child Abuse Prevention Centers, and we are fortunate to have one right here in Owatonna. And so that's where I spend a lot of my time, is at the Exchange Club Center, and helping to keep that mission going forward, and working for the prevention of child abuse by working directly with families to help teach them the skill sets they need to be successful. And the program I work with is the Supervised Visitation Program, and that's so that parents who've had their children removed have an opportunity to see them still and to continue that bond.
Okay. And so the Exchange Club, do they go into the homes and work with the families, or do they the families tend to come into the Exchange Club?
For the Exchange Club Center, which is separate than the Exchange Club, we work directly in the homes.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that is a great organization that's doing good. I know a lot of people don't understand that, child abuse can happen anywhere, and it happens in our community also, and we really need services like that.
Exactly.
And so what's on the horizon for you besides working and being a busy mom, and is there another thing that you want to get involved with here in Owatonna in our community?
I work in a number of communities, even outside of Owatonna. So I have a project in the works down in Freeborn County, actually, the Uplift Housing Project, which works to put low-income families into homes, home ownership, which is something that many of the families feel like they would never be able to achieve. So that's one of my big projects that's in the works right now. Always have something going on.
On your plate.
Yes, there's always just too much to.
Well, on Monday's show, we had Mayor Tom Kuntz on, and he was talking about Gateway Apartments and how they're doing some low-income housing there, and something we really need in this community also. So that's really wonderful. Well, I really thank you so much for your time. And India, do you have anything to share with us? Is anything exciting going on? Are you involved with?
What about hockey? Hockey's your thing.
Is hockey over? It is? Are you going to play some spring or summer hockey? Good. Are you defense or offense?
See, just learning right now.
Just learning? Just like to hit the puck? It's kind of fun. I have a high school hockey player. It's a good time. It's a good time. Well, thank you so much for joining us, both of you, today. We really enjoyed having you on.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors.
What would you do if you or your family had to go to bed hungry every night because you did not have enough food to feed your children or yourself? This is Stormy Traum from the Steele County Food Shelf reminding you that March is Food Share Month. So far this year, we have provided food to over 500 Steele County residents, and the need continues to grow. Please help us keep our shelves stocked with nutritious food by donating money or non-perishable food items to the Steele County Food Shelf. Our goal is to raise $100,000 this March. No one in Steele County should have to go to bed hungry. Thank you for your generous support of the Steele County Food Shelf.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
From ABC's hit show Shark Tank, Damon John, motivational speaker and best-selling author Liz Murray, and legendary actor-comedian Dan Aykroyd. Register online at refreshleadership.com/live.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing our warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I am Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Tech.
It's Leanne on the go for the Owatonna Today Show, and I am here all the way in Gibbon, Nebraska. We're here today to witness the annual Sandhill Crane migration Sandhill cranes migrate to the Platte River here between Kearney, Nebraska and Grand Island, Nebraska. Let's have a quick interview with Kiana, and then I'm about to show you some truly remarkable sights. And here I am with Kiana Leonard. And Kiana, what is your role here at Rose Sanctuary?
I am the education director. I've been working here for about 7 years.
Okay, all right. And in the background, and I'm just going to tilt the camera a little bit more, we see the Platte River in the background. And tell us a little bit about the Sandhill Cranes. How long have they, I know that they're considered to be one of the older living things on this earth?
Yes, they've been coming through this area for thousands of years. In fact, there is a fossil in the northeast Nebraska at Royal, Nebraska that is considered to be around 10 million years old of a crane.
Okay.
So they're very old.
Wow. Now, what kinds of numbers will you see migrating through this section of Nebraska along the Platte River?
We start seeing sandhill cranes around Valentine's Day, and we normally say the week of St. Patty's Day is when we'll get to see the largest grouping of them, and then by tax day they're gone. And within that time period, we're going to see around 600,000 sandhill cranes through here. At peak, we're seeing around 350,000 birds.
At one time?
At one time.
Which is about right now.
About right now. The last count we got a couple of days ago was 300,000, and we've had some nice south winds, so they're coming in.
Okay. Why do they stop here at the Platte River during their migration?
Quite easily. It's the habitat. What they have here is they've got food that they need to put on fat before finishing their migration and starting to nest. They have good roosting areas. You can see what the Platte River looks like while we're here. It's wide open, very shallow, and these birds will sleep in the water. They stand in the water, about 4 to 6 inches of water every night, and then they go out onto the fields to eat. And there's plenty of water for them to drink, space for them to sleep, and that's why they come here.
Okay, so in the very early morning, after they're done roosting on the river at night, they all take off and they spread out to the fields and the surrounding areas and eat. And then at night, which you, dear audience, will get a great chance to see because we have booked a blind, and you'll be able to see the sandhills actually come back in at night to roost. And it should just be an absolutely glorious sight.
You should have a spectacular sunset too tonight. Off this river we get some of the most spectacular sunsets in the world, and it happens just right here.
Oh.
In fact, what your audience is going to get to see happens nowhere else in the world. This is the largest concentration of any type of crane in the world happening right here in central Nebraska.
Amazing, amazing. And it's really one of those, if there are things that you want to put on your bucket list or your lifetime list, coming to see the migration of the sandhill crane should definitely be there.
And you should do both morning and evening because it's both totally different. Incredible.
Okay, well, Kiana, we don't have any time left, so that we can still have some time left to see the birds. Thank you so much. And the next shots you'll see will actually be of the sandhill cranes coming in to roost here on the Platte River. Thank you so much, Kiana.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're in the blind. It's almost sunset. And here you see some of the cranes returning from the fields.
I've never tried the low cut for that. Oh,
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. Here's what's going on around your community. Tom Shea, County Minister, will be retiring from Steele County. There will be an open house on Friday, March 27th. Please join us for cake and coffee from 3 to 5 in the Steele County Administration Center at 630 Florence Avenue. The public is invited to attend. Alina Healthcare, Home Care, and Hospice is offering a 5-week grief group for families and individuals who have experienced death of a loved one. Group members will explore how loss impacts each of us and to know that they are not alone. These groups will meet on Tuesday from 10 to 11:30, March 24th through April 28th. And this will happen at the Homestead Hospice Lower Level Conference Room. Please call 977-2856 for registration. The Steele County Historical Society is pleased to welcome genealogist Arthur Lewis Fennell on Thursday, March 26th at 1 p.m. in the Wanger Room of the History Center. The subject will be Secrets in the Parish Register, how to find genealogical records in your church records. The public is also invited to attend the twice-monthly genealogy group meeting held the first and third Tuesdays of the month at 10 a.m. at the History Center. Admission to the lecture is free for SCHS members and $2 for non-members. The fabulous Love Handles will be performing at the Eagles Club in Owatonna on Saturday, March 27th from 7 to 11 p.m. Tickets are available for $8 in advance or $10 at the door. Tickets can be purchased at Cashwise or Cocky Jewelers. Proceeds will be to go for a patient care fund at the Homestead Hospice. This fund allows anyone in need of end-of-the-life care to receive it regardless of finances. Join Riverbend Nature Center to celebrate the maple sugaring season at the annual Maple Syrup Open House on April 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. The Maple Syrup Open House is free and open to the public. A certified MN Sure navigator will be on site to take scheduled and walk-in appointments on Monday, April 13th from 9 to 4 and Monday, April 27th from 9 to 4 at the MN Prairie office at 630 Florence Avenue on the second floor. Bowl for Kids' Sake is coming up on Saturday, April 18th from 8 to 1 o'clock. You can contact Big Brothers Big Sisters to sign up at 451-5922. And we also have the Young Light Cake Auction that day, April 18th, and the doors open at 10 a.m. and the live auction starts at 11 a.m. If you want to learn more about bike and safe bicycling, attend Traffic Skills 101. This is a great course on Friday, May 15th from 5:30 to 8:30 and Saturday, May 16th from 9 to 3 at Morehouse Park Chalet. For more information, you can look at classes are taught by licensed cycling instructors, and you can look at shiphealthreform.com for more information. Thank you so much for joining us today on Owatonna Today Show. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.